Alright, so we're back. We're going to do another video. This time I brought Tucker along because it's an important video. This beautiful background is a place called Wasilla, Alaska. I thought it was really gorgeous, so I put it up there. It's nice, don't you think?
It's very nice.
Very nice. Okay, so today we're going to do something special. I got a lot to talk about, but I'm just going to jump right in. We got a couple of drinks. You know I love Dr. Pepper. This is Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream, the regular, and Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream Zero Sugar. Now, what a lot of people don't know, because people only notice when you get bigger and fatter, is that I have now lost 67 pounds. 67 pounds. Because after I broke my leg, and then COVID hit and everything, it was, everything all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It was, my weight kind of skyrocketed. I wasn't eating good, that kind of stuff. So what I've been doing is a low-carb diet. So basically, I've just been cutting out the breads. The only time I eat breads, really, is
The pie.
the pie, pizza. So my favorite food in the entire world. And so all other carbs, though, have pretty much been cut out. And the only time I have carbs is when I go to the pie. And so, but just doing that, just watching my intake, a little bit. I mean, I haven't cut back hardly at all, but just the carbs. And I'm down 60-some-odd pounds. Not bad. So, today, to fight that, we are going to drink a carb drink. These are the new Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream. Now, there's two brands. There is the Dr. Pepper Normal Strawberries and Cream, and then there's the Dr. Pepper Zero Strawberries and Cream. Now, the zeros of what I've gone to. So I used to be an avid Dr. Pepper drinker, and now I drink zeros.
Have you already done a video on the difference between normal, zeros, and diet?
No, I haven't. So, but I just wanted to do this one because this is really important.
Yes. In short, zero is not diet. Diet is an abomination, and yeah.
Which Diet Dr. Pepper is a total abomination.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
like
mean.
Diet Coke.
Yeah, but Diet Dr. Pepper, that's what I mean.
The zeros are actually really nice, and I like the Pepsi zeros. Those are actually really good. So the Diet Pepsi zeros are great, but Diet Pepsi itself is horrible.
Yeah.
Diet Coke is great, and Coke Zero stinks. It is horrible.
It's a weird world we live in.
That is the worst of the zero drinks is Coke. I do like the Sprite, the root beer A&Ws, the zeros, Sprite Zero,
Sunkist.
Sunkist Zero, good stuff.
7-Up.
7-Up Zero's not bad. 7-Up's kind of not one of my...
Yeah, no, I'm just
favorite
thinking of
drinks
what all we've got.
So what we're going to do...
Tried many.
We are going to taste test this and see how much better the regular is than the zero or vice versa. So what I've done is I brought Tucker with me, and he's going to help me decide which is better. So we're going to start with the zero, just because.
Because you don't want the real sugar to...
The real sugar to taint the way the zero tastes.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this with Tucker, because I like him. And we are going to drink this. I do like this.
Yeah.
It's got a sweet taste.
I should mention, I don't like strawberries normally.
Yeah,
and I like
strawberries.
this.
But this has a really good flavor. The zeros are fantastic. I mean, honestly. I love the Dr. Pepper zeros. I love the Dr. Pepper...
Cream soda?
The vanilla flavor, whatever it's called. Yeah. Those are good. And this is fantastic. But we have to drink it all.
Yeah. Never thought that, they would do something like this with Dr. Pepper of all things, or that we'd like it. But they did, and we do. And so they can keep having our money.
Or other people can buy it for us.
That's preferable, yes.
Which is usually what happens. Okay. So that was the zero sugar. You're not done yet. Come on, man.
No,
Chug,
I'm not.
chug, chug, chug.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Good job. Okay, so now we have the regular. This is sugar filled, so I am breaking my diet. I'm going to drink some sugar. My wife was like looking at me with the evil eye. But, you know, I used to drink Dr. Pepper like it was going out of style. Like, Dr. Pepper was my water. And I cut it back to where I started with just going 50-50, and I'm giving us a minute to let the taste settle down. So I was drinking Dr. Pepper, like, you know, when I was teaching up at the school, I would bring a big old mug, and that would get me through the day. And
The Maverick mugs.
the big Maverick
those
mug.
things
My
are cool.
students got me the big 100-ounce one, which was pretty cool. So then I switched to 50-50. I would drink diet half the time, I would drink the normal. Then I switched to about 25-75. And now I'm literally down to about a 12-pack a year for sugar drinks, for the real Dr. Pepper. I have it when I get my infusion, because that's a time my wife says, yeah, go for it. And then every now and then I sneak one. And I'm going to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, it's about 4 times a year. And so I'm totaling maybe a 12-pack, might even be less, might even be like a 6-pack. Because I usually drink about 3 of them during my infusion, and then I only have one. So yeah, we're talking like a 6-pack. I'm down to about a 6-pack a year. And so that's pretty good. So now we're going to try the sugar-filled one. And if my wife is here, she'd say no.
Yeah.
So I'll give Tucker half of it.
But on that note, she's not here right now because she's doing the work thing. She's trying to sell houses. So,
Yeah, so give her a call.
yeah, the sign is covered, but
That's-
801-663-6058.
That's the one. Okay.
Whoa!
It's kind of like an overload of sweetness.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, no, it's just definitely a lot more... I don't even know. It almost...
After you taste the zero and then you go to this, wow. And we're talking overload of sugar. I mean, it's almost like biting into one of those strawberry cream cakes that's very sugary and just stuffing the whole thing in your face. And so I think I am satisfied with the zeros. I do like this. This tastes good, but it is an overload. I mean, what do you think?
I like it. It when you like eat like a lime or a lemon and you do that thing with your mouth where the corners go wide and it's like you're not puckering, but whatever that is, where you're like that. This definitely does that. It's strong, but it's good.
So, my verdict is the zero actually wins. Because the zero, you're not getting the sugars, not getting the carbs and stuff. And so, in fact, let's look at what the carbs are. Total carbs in this is 14. That's 14%. Okay, the total carbs in this is 40 grams, which I try to keep carbs under 50 for the day for myself. And usually I blow that away. I usually actually maybe have 5. But yeah, a normal sugar-filled has 40 carbs. This has 0 carbs. And so with my diet, I've been doing just low to no carb. And like I said, I have lost over 60 pounds. So I will be sticking to the zeros, even though the regular does taste great. I mean, it does taste good. So our final verdict, mine is 0. What's your final verdict?
They're both good, but I mean the The regular is just...
So Taco chooses the regular, I choose the zero. And like you said, they are both good. The regular is an overload. The overload of sweetness.
But it's worth it.
Yeah, I guess. But good stuff. That was just an excuse to drink some Dr. Pepper, so good stuff. Are you going to stick with me and talk about some things?
Ooh. We never talked about things.
Okay, I'm going to talk about stuff I've been playing lately. Well, first off, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct, where they actually revealed, finally, they put in Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games onto the Nintendo Switch. If you subscribe to the online, you get the Game Boy. If you subscribe to the advanced one, what do they call that thing?
Online Plus or something?
I don't know. The Switch expansion pack or whatever they call it.
Premium something.
Yeah, then you get Game Boy Advance. But Game Boy, they have some decent games. I mean, Gargoyles, I loved Gargoyles. I played that a long time ago. These are the kind of games that he will... But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make him sit here and play a Game Boy game, because I don't think he's ever played a Chromium Game Boy game. So I'm going to make him just try this game. It's called Gargoyles Quest, and I loved it when I was about 20, I believe this came out. And so he's going to give that a try. Okay, this is where it's going to get tough. Now you do have wings, so you can jump and glide.
As soon as I figure out how to do that. Okay, that's how that works. Oh, come on! Bad fish. Just when I think I have it figured out.
Games were a little tougher back then.
Oh, yeah. But then they come back to haunt you in the form of Dark Souls.
True.
So you're never completely free. It
Alright.
seemed like fun, man. I had no idea what I was doing, so.
So, the games that were released, Gargoyles Quest, Tetris, Zelda, Super Mario Land, Metroid, Alone in the Dark, Wario Land, Kirby's Dream Land, and the Game & Watch Gallery, which I always thought those were kind of dumb. But, I mean, not a bad collection. I wish they would have done more. I do not understand why Nintendo charges you for the membership and then trickles the games.
I know.
Why?
Because people keep paying for it, so they're like, okay.
Well, they've done a good job with the NES and the Super Nintendo, but with the Game Boys, they should have released, 50 games. Because they're small. I mean, they take up no space. But they're cool. So then, they also released Game Boy Advance games, which is cool because the Game Boy Advance was a great little handheld. But they got Mario Kart, Super Mario Bros. 3. I can't read which Zelda that is.
Neither can I. But
It's one of the Zeldas. Mario and Luigi, another WarioWare. And then, can you read what that last one is? Sure.
it's Japanese, I think?
We'll go with it.
Yeah, I can't even tell what the picture is, to be honest. It looks like a wheel, but...
Okay, and the last game is called Karurin.
Okay.
No idea what it is, but I'll have to give it a try and see what it is. But, again, there's only 6 games that they released for it. And I'm a little confused, because So I'm a little confused about it because the Game Boy Advance has thousands of games that were released for it. And they couldn't have given us 20? But that's okay because it will grow just like the other ones have over time. And, it's cool. But anyway, that's the update for the Switch, which is pretty cool.
And then didn't they, stealth release
Release Metroid Prime.
Yeah, they're redoing
which is
that.
cool. That is one that I want, and they released it at $40, which is $40 more than I have, and so I'll have to wait until it goes for free.
Yeah, but people are excited about that one, so that's cool. Gives people something to look forward to.
Okay, and now I want to talk about just what games I'm playing lately. These are the ones that have. I mean, I switch so often, but these are the ones that I was playing earlier. And so we have Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which is a remake of the old Nintendo 64 game, which is fantastic. They did a great job on the remake.
And pod racing is cool.
Pod racing is cool. The next game that I am playing, so I'm mad.
You're funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Madden. So I had enough Bing points. I bought Madden because I put it on cheap sale. It was $17.99.
So, I don't know what he's planning on talking about here, but when he told me he did that, I laughed at him. He's like, no, I wanted it, man.
Now, I haven't owned a Madden for 4 years.
Yeah.
And so it's, it is new to me. The problem is, so I used my Bing points, I spent it, got the Madden, I'm like, cool, I mean, it didn't cost me any money. But I spent my Bing points. Guess what just came out on Game Pass today? Madden Football.
Oh.
So, I have Game Pass.
You should have expected that, man.
I know, it's just sad. But it's Madden, it's not, I mean, it's a good football game.
Yeah.
I didn't pay any cash for it, so I'm happy.
See, the TV show, The IT Crowd, is it a soccer game that they're at? That man has the ball, and now the other one has the ball. Yeah.
His understanding of football is limited to, they're going that way. They're going that way.
And everyone else is cheering. Why are we cheering? So, I don't know.
You're missing out, boy, missing out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and lastly,
a very cool game that he's
very
been
cool
very, very excited about for a very long time.
I have been complaining about it for years and years. So they released GoldenEye on the Switch and on the Xbox. And everybody said it could never happen. We knew it was happening because there was a version of it leaked online that you could actually play and download in a remastered version with better visuals.
Well, and then didn't somebody build their own in Far Cry?
In Far Cry 5 or 6?
I want to say it was 5 back then.
I think it was 5. And they rebuilt GoldenEye and then they took it down.
Yeah.
Which was so rude.
Just a person built it.
They spent that much time and that much effort.
Yeah. They really paid them to take it down. I don't know.
But it was good. In fact, I bought Far Cry 5 just so I could play that. And I got it on sale for like $9.
Yeah, and you played it for maybe a couple days, and then it was...
Yeah, and then they took it down. It was really rude. But GoldenEye is great. The only problem is, on the Switch, the controls stink.
Because...
If you remember back in the N64 days, that controller, and we loved GoldenEye, we played the heck out of it, but let's face it, the controls stunk. Horrible controls. We got used to it. We got good at it. We could play it. But...
how many years later?
Now in the modern day, we have modern day controls. We have, the twin sticks and everything.
And which buttons are for aiming and shooting and all that.
Then they bring it to today, and Nintendo kept with the Nintendo 64 controls. And you're just like, this is almost unplayable.
But they did make it look better.
It looks, it runs better.
I thought that's what the Switch did, right?
No, the Switch it does online multiplayer.
That's what it is, yes.
Switch has online multiplayer, which still does split screen. So if I'm playing you, I still see your screen, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
The Xbox version has a better frame rate,
No multiplayer.
has amazing controls. They actually put normal first-person shooter controls in the game.
Which meant I was able to play it.
And so if I had to make a recommendation, Xbox version, 100%. Although both of the versions are a little bit lacking in one way or another. You just expect more when a remake's done nowadays.
Yeah. We've been spoiled.
We are spoiled. I mean, whenever he's feeling spoiled, what do I do when you're feeling spoiled and being a brat?
Make me play like a Atari 2600 game or something.
Yep.
It's so fun. I cannot express my joy.
So that is what's going on in life.
But
We have no other things. We have any final words?
if enough people like GoldenEye, maybe they'll make a new one.
Well,
And maybe it'd be cool.
I doubt it.
It could happen.
They've made different GoldenEyes. There was one for the...
Oh, I only knew there was one.
I want to say the regular Xbox or the Wii maybe or something. And they tried to play off the nostalgia of GoldenEye. It didn't work.
Oh.
It just didn't work. There was just something when a first-person shooter came to consoles and actually worked and was completely enjoyable. And that was my favorite game up until Halo came out.
Yeah.
And because it was an amazing game, because we had never had first-person shooters that good on a console before. I mean, to the point where it was better than what you could play on PC. And then, of course, PC jumped back over and took it over. But for the time and what it meant, it was amazing. I mean, that was like a perfect 10 game. You play it now, and if somebody who hadn't been there and gone through that, they'd look at it and be like, oh, okay.
Next.
Yeah. So, well, that's all we have for you today. So, any final thoughts, words?
We don't have a GoFundMe, but if you want to get John more Dr. Pepper, you can find him on Facebook.
All right, we're out of here.
Bye.